24/7, 365. We left with 26 minutes before the end of the show, and this is one of our favorites. That is Gemini Major with BOKWA on AM edition, Adil and Marian, and we are doing the Africa link today. It is a Tuesday afternoon.
Yes, we are. So our guests spoke briefly about what today's Africa link is all about, and when they were introducing themselves, there was a lot of fitness, a lot of boxing, a lot of Kwaito involved there, and a lot of this word BOKWA.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is BOKWA?
BOKWA stands for Bring On Kwaito with Attitude.
Ah.
BOKWA is a fitness fusion linking Kwaito music, South African moves, and then we also add a little bit of boxing and dancing as well. So you'll find this all over the world now.
So it's hectic coordination that has to go with this.
Yeah,
Yeah?
a little bit, but it's not too hard. I mean, you'll find that in a typical BOKWA class, you'll have anybody in that class, number one, ranging from young children from 4 years old all the way up to 84.
Yeah. So I like the fact that you mentioned there's a range, there's an age difference.
Yeah.
So are there different classes to cater to your needs, or do we all just go into one class?
That is a great question. Actually, in a beginner class, you can find anybody from, someone who's just trying BOKWA for the first time, all the way to someone who's a pro athlete. So in a typical class of mine, I've had high school students join in, and then their high school coaches will join in as well. So it's really interesting to see young people and people that have maybe a little bit more life experience in the same room, all unified, doing something similar. It's an amazing experience.
Here's what I find interesting. How does Kwaito end up in the States?
How does Kwaito? Well, Paul Mavi is how Kwaito ended up in the States.
Who is Paul Martin?
Paul Mavi is someone here from South Africa, and he came over with his family years and years ago and got into fitness. He used to be involved with music and stuff like that, and then found his way into the gym.
And for some reason or another, he managed to get you off of what you were doing then and join this. How did that happen?
How did I start it? Well, I started out also as a musician, and I wanted to do something that wasn't, very dancey. I wanted something where people felt connected, and I actually Googled new fitness, and BOKWA popped up, top 3. And
How long ago was this?
that was about 4 years ago for me. BOKWA has been in effect around 10 years, BOKWA by name about 8 years in the US, the UK, and Europe.
Doesn't this blow you away? That you've got something that is Kwaito happening all over the world for the last 8 years and we don't know nothing
And you
about
Google that and you see it in the top 3 of your Google search.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, so it's probably like number one and the only one.
We should do it right now. I know if we all start looking for it right now, it'll pop up there. We'll make it number 1 here in South Africa.
So is this you guys now making an effort and bringing it back to where the music, the soundtrack that is of this fitness program
Sure.
began? Tembisa, South Africa, Kwaito. So you guys are now making an effort coming back home. What exactly is going down? Why are you here now?
Well, we're here now because if we're going to have BOKWA, and it's not, we all need to have that origin story. You always love to know where something comes from. BOKWA's heartbeat is Africa. BOKWA's heartbeat is here in South Africa specifically. And it's important to recognize that. It's important to connect the people of South Africa to BOKWA Africa. That's what we're all about this week.
Awesome stuff. Eugene. And then, because you're on crutches for one, so you cannot be doing BOKWA right now.
Come and see.
Yeah?
Come and see on Saturday. On Friday, you will see me do it.
Hey!
What's happening on
As
Friday?
she says that it has no limits. Yeah, even a child can do it. The whole basic is that as long as you know how to spell alphabets, as long as you know how to count, you can do BOKWA. You don't have to be an excellent dancer to be able to do it.
But it's very important to go to school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, BOKWA, I think it was a blessing in disguise that it had to be exported from South Africa, because as South Africans we have this tendency of loving and embracing something when it comes back to us as an import, which is an unfortunate thing. Now, we are bringing it back home because all along you would agree with me that if had we introduced it with African music, it wouldn't have gotten anywhere in America or elsewhere in the world, because we don't have that platform to promote our South African or African music elsewhere in the world. It is only us who are embracing other people's cultures. But outside there, they are not receptive to our music. So I said, okay, fine, let's let it go on as it is. But later on, we thought, now that it has been embraced, it is a lifestyle all over the world. Funny that we are talking about Kwaito dying in South Africa when people are talking something different outside.
Yeah, it's growing.
The rise,
The rise of it to be number 2 in the whole world, probably number 1 now that we haven't checked on Google.
Yeah.
We then thought that now let us now introduce the origins of it, the music that originates this BOKWA thing.
All right. So this is what this event that's taking place, that is over the weekend, is all about. Can you tell us a little bit about the event itself? What is it about? What's going on there?
Well, the event is we are looking for a mixtape the first mixtape from South Africa that will go all over the world to start influencing people to understand what Kwaito is. Okay. Now we thought the best way to do it is to identify one DJ, whether up and coming or professional DJ, it's up to anyone who wants to grab that opportunity. Come and present yourself in your mix and show us that you are capable of making people dance.
What is it? It's going to be like a battle of the DJs?
Yes, the battle of the DJs to identify one best DJ that will produce the first mixtape. And also on the 15th of July, we're taking that DJ to go and DJ in Japan, which is a conference that is happening, a BOKWA conference that is happening in Japan.
Wow.
That's what we'll be doing. We'll be exporting music, exporting talent. This is a platform for us that we've been yearning for many years. We haven't been able to export our music, and this is the platform. That's how I come in.
Awesome stuff, man. It sounds great. So if I am a DJ or somebody that wants to be the face of of BOKWA in terms of music, how do I then take part in this battle of the DJs that's happening this weekend?
We're looking for proper talent, not people who are taking chances. Because when we export, we need to export great quality talent, great quality music. So we'll be identifying a DJ who would come and present himself through the mixing of songs.
How do I enter?
Just come there and register on the day. You just rock up and register. You pay 150 rands like anybody else, because it will be also a party. Remember that we are closing the Youth Month. This is a closing event for the Youth Month. So we are celebrating at the same time. And celebrating, obviously, the reclaim of our music from all over the world back home.
Awesome
is there a website that we can read up more on BOKWA and, of course, the event that's happening this weekend?
Well, there is www.BOKWAFitness.com, which is the global one.
Yeah.
And we have Facebook, which is BOKWA Africa. You can get information on BOKWA Africa. We are also on Instagram. We are also on Twitter. The information is all over. If you say that you missed this opportunity, you must just go and kill yourself. I'm saying it really, because most people miss opportunities and they would want to come back and say, I didn't know. If you don't know any information this day and age, I think you should.
That's a problem.
Basically what he's saying is that the future is here and the future is calling you.
It's calling you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, thank you, Eugene, for coming through. And thank you,
Jenny.
I told you, I'm Jenny Lee. All right.
I should also just tell people that it is not only DJs. We're also looking for composers who are composing Kwaito house music, producers. We're also looking for dancers.
Yes.
So if you come and enjoy with us, you will we will take your details and be on the database, so that when we communicate about the auditions for dancers, then you are able. We are taking dancers, about 90 dancers, to LA to be trained to be instructors, by the way. So we will be running that also later on.
Awesome stuff. Now he's telling us the juicy stuff right at the end.
You know.
Time. And now we're in trouble because of this. Yo, Tony, was it me, bruh? Okay. Listen, thank you for coming through, and thank you, Jenny.
Thank you so much.
We wishing you all the best that is over the weekend there, and here's an opportunity, guys. If you're a dancer, if you're a DJ, you're a producer, and you've been asking for a way in, because everyone's been talking about how you need to open up the industry. Here it is. Not only are you going to prosper as far as the country is concerned, but you are also going to be exposed that is globally. If I was you, sitting at home, not having anything to do, I'd grab this opportunity with both hands, basically.
First starts with reading up on everything you need to read up on, the websites, Facebook, do the right thing, and then let's see you over the weekend and probably see you in LA or in China, you mentioned.
Or Japan.
Japan,
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm sure China will be next.